The final piece of evidence you're going to be looking at that supports evolution is fossil evidence. And you've already been looking at fossil evidence as you've been building your phylogenetic trees, so you should be somewhat familiar with this idea that fossils support the theory of evolution. For this particular piece of evidence, you're going to be looking at this diagram, which shows us the skull and leg fossils of a variety of horse ancestors. So the first column here is the modern day horse. These are horses you're familiar with. The following four columns are the skull and leg bone fossils of some of the modern day horses' ancient ancestors. So you'll be using this diagram to help you complete this section. So letter A, all you're looking for is two similarities between the skull and leg bones that would lead scientists to figure out that these are all related species. So I would like one similarity between the skulls that you notice and one similarity between the legs that you notice. B, what is the biggest change in the skull anatomy that occurred from the dawn horse to the modern horse? So the dawn horse is this last column here. Okay, and for this question, you're only looking at skulls. So what is the biggest change that you notice over time until the modern day horse? Why do you think this change occurred? And I give you a hint. Think about natural selection. Why would a larger skull be advantage over a smaller skull? And then D and E are very similar, except this time you're looking at the leg anatomy. So again, you're going to look at what difference you notice between the leg anatomy from the dawn horse all the way to the modern day horse. And again, why do you think this change occurred? And then the last question for this section is similar to the previous section. A student claims that in the evolution of the modern horse, the Mesohippus came before the Philohippus. Do you agree or disagree with this student? Provide two pieces of evidence from the fossil record to support your claim. So we're looking at the Mesohippus, which is this column here, and the Philohippus, this column here. And then you need two pieces of evidence. I would suggest one of your pieces should come from the skulls, and your second piece should come from the legs. And again, be very specific. Do not just give me a generalization. Be as specific as you can when describing your evidence from the diagram.